Hey!
Whoa!
It's the Chicken Stick Show. Better intro that time. That was good. And it's Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko. Thirsty Thursdays.
That too. I have ourselves, a bottle of Tres Generaciones.
Very
Did I
nice.
get that right?
Yes.
Tres
Better than I would.
Generaciones. An unofficial sponsor of this podcast. It is Reposado. I'm sure
Right.
George Clooney or someone owns it, someone very wealthy. And I'll fill you up.
Thanks. He's going to fill me up a drink of this.
I'm going to fill you up.
Tres, I'm gonna give it a
pour
try.
your old ice cubes into the bucket.
Oh, thanks. I don't. Yeah, because it's good
gonna-
to have some fresh
gonna-
ice cubes.
Hopefully that sounded nice.
Sounded great.
One more. Okay.
All right.
And now we are going to pour
Generaciones.
the tequila.
That's what I said. What did you say? Generaciones.
Generaciones. Tres Generaciones.
Tres Generaciones, man.
Shh.
Thank you.
A little more.
Yeah, no. Yeah, a little more.
Okay. So fans, it's Cinco de Mayo. I think it being on a Thursday has gotten everyone to... Sorry, that was a lot of margarita mix I just poured in.
Really?
I just poured this one in.
Dude, I poured this is how much I poured into my last drink. Like, that's a lot.
That looks like lemonade from Swiss Farms.
Shout out Swiss Farms.
Shout out Swiss Farms, another unofficial sponsor. I think the whole fucking internet, whole country is embracing this Cinco de Mayo probably because it's 70 degrees out and it's a Thursday.
Definitely.
If it was a Tuesday and it was cold and windy, we wouldn't be doing this. No doubt. We wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, we wouldn't be drinking tequila, but we would be here.
Yeah. I think the sun brings out the best in people, the weather. I also think we're probably the most important people in the country out here on the East Coast, in the Northeast.
You and I?
Not just you and I, everyone that lives out here.
We're the most important people?
We are. I think we matter more than the rest of the country.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people, there's some major cities, and we go through fucking winters that piss us off. Like, it helps us grow thick skin.
So we're more important.
I just think we know how to deal with life a little bit more than
We're tougher.
those people out in San Diego on the beach in January and
Yes, I
LA
agree.
and, Miami and shit like that.
Yeah, we got to shovel snow before work when you get a blizzard.
Boy, I fucking
when we had to
hate
go to work.
shoveling snow.
So do I. I hate it.
It's one of those where it's like, I'll deal with it every time it happens. I'll deal with it. Like I say, it's going to snow tomorrow. Looks like I got a shovel.
Yep.
And then once you get out there, it's hell on ice.
Yeah, it is.
You get out there and you start shoveling, obviously. And then when you go through that first scoop and you realize what type of shoveling you're going to be dealing with. Like, is it thick?
Snow.
Is it packed?
Consistency
Is it
of the
ice?
snow.
Is it too cold out?
Right.
Then you start making your way and you're making progress and you're wearing all these fucking layers because it's 30 to 20 degrees out.
Right.
And then you start sweating.
You're getting a workout in now.
And then you take off your hat. Yeah, you do burn some cows, I think.
And then once you pop the shirt off, once the tarp comes off.
You popping your shirt off when you're shoveling?
Yeah.
You want the neighbors to see that?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm getting a pump on.
I get it.
I want them to see, my buffness.
I get it.
And then then there's a chill of wind that comes through, and my sweaty body is now just, oh shit! Now I feel like I'm just like a skeleton now.
Yeah.
With just bone chilly.
Yeah, I didn't think of it as much as you've thought of this.
Well, you put me on the path once you got me there, and I remember
you're shoveling your way down that path, it sounds like.
Yeah. I'm shoveling my way through, and here I am. I'm cold, and I'm shirtless, and I want to go back inside and drink hot cocoa.
That's a nice image for all those listening right now. I hate shoveling, but we don't have to worry about shoveling. I don't think so. It's May. It's getting nice out.
Cinco de Mayo. It's 70 degrees.
Cinco de Mayo. It's 70 degrees, and then it's going to rain all fucking weekend. So
really
embrace it with some tequila.
Oh, I love a good rainy day, though.
We have
a nice rainy day and reading a book by the window.
We have some Mexican food en route.
En route.
In fact, we'll pause this episode, go eat, and then you're going to hear a different side of us. You're going to
Totally
hear
different people.
Fuel. We're going to be filled up. We're going to have fuel. We're going to have energy.
Really? I feel like the opposite.
You're going to think we're going to be tired.
So golf podcast.
Just like burping and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
First time. This is like, it feels like the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the very first time.
Cinco de Mayo. A holiday, I think, that creeps up on us every year because, it's just a random day. Not embraced as much as St. Patrick's Day, but still, like, it's on its different, it's like on a different tier. It's like tier 2.
It's building steam. Honestly, it's built up a lot more steam.
I think you're right, yeah.
St. Patty's Day has had in recent years. Because honestly, dude, last Cinco de Mayo was
COVID?
Yes, but we also, it was like, kind of when it was.
No, it was like COVID was like ending for us. We thought. Yeah.
Yeah. We were all in good spirits and we had a Cinco de Mayo event.
We were shot up.
And that was the most I've drank. And it was like middle of the week too.
Good for you.
And more than I've drank during St. Patty's Day.
Good for you.
So
celebrate not only the holiday, but life. Celebrate our Latin community.
It's not just a random day. I mean, there is some historical significance of Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, but we won't read into that or look at unless you have the answers to that of what it actually means.
So as far as like
that's
white
not like
guys
Day of the Dead.
conferred,
That's another one, right? It's a different day. Day of the Dead.
I think that's like October. Like I think it's like Halloween or some shit or around there.
That makes sense.
You know what I heard about Halloween and like why it's the Day of the Dead. This is gonna blow your mind, by the way. Before we get into golf topic, because we have some juicy stuff for you in a second about golf.
Sort of.
But so I think there was a theory where the Day of the Dead started in October as like a Halloween holiday of like death and whatever is because there's a meteor belt.
There's always meteors involved.
Right. So
there's always, you did this last week, there's always someone from some other planet getting involved, it sounds like.
So I think it's the Taurid meteor stream. We pass through it like twice a year, but the one time we pass through it in October, it's like we're dodging, it's like we're Neo and we're dodging bullets from the Matrix. Like that's
starring Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. So I think at one point, there's these theories about an asteroid hitting around like 12,000 years ago. Like, and then whoever was left, they kept on this tradition of like this Day of the Dead of when this meteor hit. It was like during this time.
Okay.
So that's why we have Halloween.
Sounds like another deep YouTube video I got to go find.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you type it in, Taurid meteor stream Halloween, you probably find something.
I'll find it. We brought this up before too. South America. So isolated, so different than the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you guys might go to World War III. We're not involved. We're just chilling down here.
We're in a different
You don't hear a lick about any news about South America. Do you ever realize that?
Except for how racist it is.
I get, and but
that's it.
That's unfortunate. And all over the world there's racism, but...
The other thing you would hear is like soccer. Maybe they'll parade some referee's head around on a stick.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they've brought us like cocaine and coffee and like...
Cocaine, coffee, and radical soccer.
But it's
football.
Like there's been no wars. We've never had to go down there. I feel like Cuba, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, it don't count.
I'm talking about the mainland, like Brazil, like the big dogs.
All the actions, North America.
Yeah.
South America just do their own thing.
They really do.
As far as
they're neutral.
As far as we're concerned. Oh, you know what
they're so neutral.
This is something I heard about. This is going to blow your mind too.
Blow it.
I think it's in Argentina or Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
There's communities, secluded communities in these countries that are it's just the families of Nazis.
Interesting.
So like,
were they placed there?
They had plans to get out in case shit went down, and they had shit already set up in Argentina or Brazil. So when shit went down, they left. And apparently, I heard like if you were to go to these communities, it would look like Nazi Germany in 1939.
Ooh. I'll have to look that up too.
I know.
love this new information.
I've been meaning to look this up.
When you think of this stuff throughout the week, just text it to me because I need to read about this when I lie in bed at night. I'm sick of Wikipedia.
I know, but Wikipedia can be pretty sweet.
It can be, but I know enough about like fucking FDR at this point or like a certain like event.
Right.
I need some deeper stuff.
Deep cuts. That's a good deep cut for you.
A good deep cut. I don't even know. Like, I feel horrible even saying this, but it's just history. But like, apparently Hitler's plan for the Jewish people he rounded up was to send them to Madagascar.
Really?
And not actually annihilate them, not actually commit genocide, but he was prevented because of the British blockade within the northern, whatever ocean, that Arctic Ocean-ish area.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So people are blaming, certain people blame like Winston Churchill for Holocaust. Jesus. Obviously not true. There's only one person to blame for that, the guy that said to kill them all.
Right.
But isn't it just a crazy period of time to think about that actually happened?
I think World War II was
that's so much.
Was like the climax of human civilization.
I'd say you're right.
To an extent. It definitely, at least like whatever, BC or AD.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like a climactic moment. And now we're in like this like other weird period. Maybe about to have another
kind of living
climax.
a little bit through history right now.
2 climaxes in less than 80 years.
How about that? Who expects 2 climaxes in any period of time?
That's right. Not me.
No. I think our DoorDash might be here.
Wow.
I never got this from DoorDash before. It's running a bit behind.
Oh, thanks for letting us know.
It is actually very thoughtful. It will now arrive between 7:42 and 7:57. So
Perfect.
our listeners have our undivided attention for the next 12 to
It's okay.
28 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
28 minutes max.
But yeah, we're reliving. History does repeat itself, so they say, because we went through a pandemic. There might be another world war, and the economy's tanking. All of that shit happened before.
Right, but at one time has it happened?
Not at one time, but we're
so
gradually getting there.
If we can find one more thing, then it'll be like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Because that's 3 right there you just mentioned. So we got death, pestilence with the plague of the pandemic, war, verge. We're on the verge of war.
Verge of war. What's the 4th one?
Well, I don't think death is one. I think death. I blurted that out because
Okay.
So what's the 3rd thing you said?
I forget. Oh, economy, market.
Economy. That's one. I think that is one. I think that is somehow one.
Yeah.
One way or another, it's one of those horsemen. So we just got to find that 4th one. It's probably going to come out in like less than 10 years.
Who the hell knows? But this is definitely turning into an apocalypse podcast.
It's like Book of Revelations. Yeah, that's what we should call our podcast, is Book of Revelations.
The Book of Revelations. That'll confuse some religious people out there. They'll be like, oh my goodness.
Dude, we could start a cult. Like, the podcast.
And move to the mountains.
The 7th seal has been opened.
Move to the mountains.
Yeah, we'll move to the mountains.
We'll bring our cult up there.
Bring a bunch of people with us and
bring a bunch of
start a, international crisis.
Tequila.
Bring a ton of tequila.
More than
play,
just tequila.
And you know what? We'll also play tons of golf.
Yeah, we're not giving that up.
Yeah, people will be like weird because they're like, I really want to join this cult because of all the golf that they're playing, but all the other shit is crazy.
That's a major perk, is that you get to play golf.
Yeah. And we'll take great care of the courses.
But then after golf, we're like cutting the legs off of a lamb and like throwing it into a fire and then all bowing down to the fire and
reading
like,
the
just
bones.
Some weird stuff that like doesn't make any sense.
We'll look at the ashes and see if there's any signs.
Yeah.
Like any words.
Yeah. And then we ask them for their membership dues. That's really what it boils down to.
Oh, yeah.
You think we're doing this for free?
Your monthly dues are up, sir. Yeah. I wonder what that's like to actually have monthly dues at a country club. It's got to be kind of baller.
There's this episode of The Office where Creed is in the room and the camera's on him, and he's like, I don't know, someone else, like the scene is someone says something about a cult, and then they forward to Creed, and he's like, I've been in cults, several cults.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun being a follower, but you make a lot of money being a leader.
So he's done both.
Yeah. One of the best TV characters of all time, at least top 5 in my opinion.
For you, is Creed.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, let's rattle off some TV characters.
Michael Scott.
Of course,
I'm not even
Michael
just
Scott,
gonna say
man.
because I might. Yeah. Are you gonna say something? You're gonna call something like under?
No,
under?
Michael Scott's a great answer, and I think he could
Okay.
qualify as top 5.
Okay.
Of course, Michael Scott.
Okay.
That show is not anything without
Without
Michael
Michael
Scott.
Scott.
He's the best.
Yeah.
There's the obvious. I mean, there's all the Game of Thrones characters. There's
Tony Soprano.
Walter White.
I think Tony Soprano beats out Walter. We should create a TV show character bracket, and we'll
I like that.
I'll come up with it next week.
That's a good idea.
We might have to.
That's a good Instagram post too. If we show the bracket and the completion of it,
I'll build it.
or I seen it too, and this is imitation's a form of flattery. You gotta see what other podcasts and people are doing. Like there are podcasts out there that do drafts.
What kind of drafts? Like what kind of drafts?
Like a draft. So I think we would need Jake here or a third or fourth person.
Like a mediator.
And we go around the room. No, we do a draft.
Okay.
The draft could be TV characters.
Okay.
Of all time. And if I have the first pick, first round, and I go Walter White, then it goes to your pick.
That'd be a whack ass first pick.
I don't know, because the whole point is building up a team.
Right.
And then people can see that team and be like, who won the draft?
Should we attribute a salary to him? Walter White, he's only 800 million compared to Tony Soprano, who's 1 billion. I don't know. I just figured it just came up with
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out later.
By the way, I just want to point out this to you.
Try getting off topic of apocalypse talk.
Good call. Good call. That was good. That was a good call.
To go down that dark hole.
It got a little dark. But now we're going to bring it up now, ladies and gentlemen. We have here today,
That's got to be a par 5.
Oh, yeah.
That thing.
Oh, yeah. It depends on how much distance.
That's a par 5.
That's a par 5. It might even be
Look where the
a
fairway
recognizable
started.
hole. Yeah.
We're staring at a golf course
Yeah, so
somewhere in the world.
Tell them what this video is.
Yeah, so we feel we need to keep putting on videos for some reason that no one else can see, but it's in the background, and we are going to take it in and enjoy it.
Tell you about it.
It's repeating itself now, though.
Well,
I saw this earlier. I saw this train earlier.
You saw a different
Look at this
part of this train.
Look how many carts. Why are there 4 carts? COVID? This video is from 2020.
Well, I was watching earlier. There's this dude mowing the lawn,
cool. I like those
and
houses.
they'll keep panning back to this dude mowing the lawn, and he gets a little bit further each time. Oh, where is that at? Is that Miami?
I was gonna guess Miami. Good job.
Sorry, I took it.
No, that's that. I like when I'm on the same page as someone that
Okay, cool.
recognizes things because
You're not crazy.
My wife and then certain other people that I know don't know anything about locations, maps, pictures. We both knew that was
Context
Miami
clues?
on the TV just by
common sense.
having general knowledge. General knowledge.
Yeah,
That's all it takes.
that's what I meant. General knowledge, not common sense.
We should prep more for these fucking podcasts.
Well, we got something good now, right? Because we prepped right before this thing, and now I think we're
Yeah.
loaded. We're locked and loaded. So why
I
don't
think
you
we
start
are
off?
transitioning to a non-golf podcast, but we can't because I love our logo and I love the name of our show.
And I love golf.
And I love golf too. We just need the sport of golf to pick up a little bit.
Well, we're getting into golf now. So, if you don't want to listen to any more about golf, I mean, it's not really about golf. It's kind of like this gossipy juiciness of golf that we're about to jump into. But anyway.
We're about to. Oh,
yeah.
So,
yeah.
The big news, at least,
because I only heard a little bit about this so far.
The only big news is this continued rumor. It's not even a rumor at this point of certain PGA players going to a tour in Saudi Arabia. I don't think they're going to Saudi Arabia. They probably will have to at some point because that's who's running the league.
You got to shake hands with somebody.
And I don't understand the specifics. I don't pretend to understand it, I should probably look it up. But even if I do look it up, I don't understand why you would want to leave the PGA Tour.
Okay.
And I am starting to understand the guys that are leaving or want to go to this fucking stupid league.
Right.
They're all over the age of like 35 and 40.
Right. Yeah.
So they're guys that probably don't win anymore on the PGA Tour.
Because they can't.
Because Phil Mickelson was the front runner, and fucking Phil had a great summer last year and then just makes an ass out of himself by doing all this.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's going to play in the PGA Championship. He's going to play in the British Open.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
He's going to.
Good.
But in the background, he's doing like all of this stuff to sabotage the PGA Tour.
He was at least, not anymore.
I just don't
He's
understand
been silent.
it.
Has he been like radio
He's
silent?
been very quiet lately, yeah.
Okay.
But other players are starting to speak up. And just notice the names of these players that speak up. Like one is like...
You told me the one.
I told you one, Sergio. I'll get on more on him in a minute.
He's older. He's like, what, 40?
He's probably close to 50.
50-something?
I don't think he's like late 40s. But others are like Patrick Harrington, older guy.
Yeah, he's older.
Kevin Na.
Kevin Na?
Kevin Na.
Oh, what a punk, yo. I like
know.
Kevin Na.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I hate him now. He's a part of my hate list.
A couple of others that, that are of that sort of like age group.
Like I could...
And I believe it's because they don't make any money on the tour.
How?
Because they're placing 43rd in a freaking tournament sponsored by Waste Management. Like
Quicken
that's
Loans.
Yeah, like that's the sole reason. It's like they're getting they're getting paid $200,000 for placing 40th or some stupid number.
That seems like plenty of money
to play golf.
Yeah, that seems like plenty of money to play a retirement sport.
Yeah,
as your full-time job.
Meanwhile, they have a sponsor on their shirt, a sponsor on their hat, a sponsor on their bag, sponsor on their balls, golf balls.
It makes it easy for you.
Their caddies are sometimes sponsored. So, like, fucking suck it up.
How could it not be easy?
So I think it's a money.
Where you need to, like...
It's a money thing all the way.
Well, good. Go to the Saudi League. Have fun. I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
Sorry, there's no majors there, and you're going to come over here to play majors. Like, nah. If you're playing the WAC League, you can't play in the majors.
They need, like, the PGA has to, like,
I bet you
do a better PR thing with it and just, like, ask, like, Tiger to come out and say something about it because it's just going on.
They need to just make sure that the players are getting what they want, what they think is like the most. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Did you see what it said?
Yeah. It's late because it's taking a mile.
DoorDash waiting for your order at Frida's. It is very crowded being Cinco de Mayo.
That's just the DoorDash guy messaging.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, it's him.
I thought DoorDash had that loaded into their system.
That grammatically...
I'm going to text him back.
Terrible. Yeah, text him back.
No problem.
Ask him what his name is.
I did an exclamation point, but I deleted it.
Put the exclamation point in there. He'll love it.
No problem and understood.
People appreciate exclamation points.
Now, I think if I do a period, he thinks I mean business.
People, I think in a previous generation, this is a hot take, exclamation points were kind of like, this guy did way too many exclamation points. But I think
I love that you're on this topic right now.
But I think nowadays, people, at least younger people, appreciate exclamation points. You know, because I feel like an exclamation point through a text or an email is like,
I'm listening.
We're on the same page, kind of.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, yeah, I got you. Or, yeah, let's see if he misses this.
He's got to make this.
Let's see.
putt.
He's going to make it. I've seen this already. He makes it.
Oh,
We saw him putt this way up here, too.
It's probably the guy who's friends with the guy with the drone.
With the drone.
Keep going, sorry.
Yeah, I just think that, I remember hearing one time that, like, you should only use the exclamation point twice a year.
Okay.
For like whatever,
twice a year
for like whatever situation. I don't know.
How can
I don't know
that be
because you're
justified?
Because you're that.
What if you're very excited? What if you had a great year?
Well, if you had say like Happy New Year, that's
okay.
one.
There's one. First day of the year.
Happy birthday.
That's two.
That's it.
You're done.
Okay, fine. Congratulations.
So when like the birth of your child happens, you just go. Wow.
Twice a quarter.
Or wow.
Let's just say people limit it to twice a quarter. Okay. People do limit them out. They try to limit. I've heard somebody put a cap on the amount of exclamation points they can use.
Do you mean like over email? Because
yeah,
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I do struggle with that when I'm sending emails.
Right. You don't want to seem too eager.
Oh my God.
But you also want them to know that you're on your side.
Yeah. Like I'll be like, "Hello, Janet. Hope you had a great weekend."
Yeah.
I need this from you at this date at this time. Have a great rest of your week. It's the man.
But I think people still appreciate because you're not trying to be an asshole.
I'm not, but I don't want to like sound too over the top.
I think if he's an older person.
You're an older person?
Is it an older person that you're
talking? I just made that name up.
Because I feel like if it's somebody younger or the same age or around the same age, they'd be like, all right, whatever.
Right. Most people I email are like around our age or like a little bit older, honestly.
Yeah, so I wonder what it's going to be like when we're that.
I don't fucking know, man. Like, I don't even know if I want to know.
Yeah, true. I don't know.
Like, I feel like everyone's going to be texting. Like, email's not going to be a thing. It's just texting. Like, hey, you need this? Nah, I don't know. Yeah.
Just ignore it. I'm watching a movie right now.
Yeah. During your work day. It feels that way, man. This whole pandemic changed the goddamn corporate America. It changed everything.
At least how we do corporate America.
We all know we could all go back to offices right now. We can go back. COVID.
People would hate it.
That's the thing. I think people are retaliating against the idea of like being constantly in an office.
Yeah.
And they can say, look at my performance just by working from home.
Right.
And then the company can be like, well, we did, okay during a global pandemic, this, that, and the other. So stay home.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to change because there's companies coming out like Airbnb. This is what a freaking place to announce this. Airbnb was like, hey, Airbnb corporate, everybody gets to work from home. Oh, by the way, we are Airbnb and we all rent out homes anyway. So this
perfect.
Seems like something we should announce.
Right.
And then they announced it. Good on them. I appreciate it. I would like working from home. I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah.
I get so much done around the house.
Around the house, like you're not
in my life. Everything's just like handled.
Yeah.
And I can enjoy the rest of my day.
You're not in an office and then like it's someone's birthday in the office. So you have to go to
I remember that.
a specific room to sing happy birthday to Cheryl for her 48th birthday.
One time.
She's probably already miserable. We're singing to her. She's becoming more miserable. We go back after we clap. We all eat cake. We all hate each other, but we won't say it out loud. Like, who wants to go back to that?
I don't.
No, it really is the worst. We shouldn't have to associate with people like that.
Unless
work from home.
Like your finance guy?
But work from home, it's like I can associate with that person.
When you need to.
I can pick up my phone and call them when I need something. They can call me when they need something from me.
Yeah.
And that's our relationship. Maybe we'll get drinks at some time.
Maybe.
But like, today, especially today, here's a good point. Today's Cinco de Mayo. Can you imagine being in a cubicle on Cinco de Mayo? It's getting closer and closer to 5 p.m. And one of those coworkers, colleagues, however you want to refer to them, are like, hey, Cinco de Mayo. Let's go get some drinks. And you're like, I kind of already had plans to go home and
kind of already drunk and I need
and I kind of hate you and this job and
I don't want to hang out.
I got to be here again in
but everybody from the office is going.
Yes.
Steve, he's going.
Yeah, Steve from accounting, he never goes out. He's going.
Dave is going. Randy's going.
And then you get there and
Janice is going.
It's one of those things too where it's like a Thursday. Like, you haven't drank as often as you do on the weekend. So Do you ever like go through a full week of work and you get to Friday and you get like 2 drinks in you and you're just so exhausted from a full week that like 2 drinks is what kind of gets you buzzed and drunk?
Well, it used to be like that, not anymore.
Yeah.
2 drinks is like nothing.
I can understand that. But I'm saying like with that, in that setting of going to that office, it's a Thursday, your colleagues bully you into going to get drinks after.
Mm-hmm.
You go and get those drinks. You drink probably a little bit too much, not because your colleagues are having a good time, just because you want to live. You want that misery. You want to drink because you're miserable at your job. Okay. And then you got to wake up. The next day is Friday.
Now it's Friday.
Go in the office and see those same people.
And somehow they're not hungover. Like
they don't act like they are, but they're probably in the same boat as us.
Hopefully. Because could you imagine if like you just are just so hungover doing the same thing they're doing and they just wake up so excited to come into the office and see you again?
No.
I couldn't imagine being that person.
I'm never going back. Ever.
Good.
To a cubicle in my life.
I don't want to because honestly,
in my life.
If I had
just for those reasons.
If I can do hybrid, maybe, but like
birthdays,
no way.
And happy hours. I don't want to go to any of those.
Good call.
With people that I only see between the hours of 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Same. I'll cheers to that. I'll drink to that.
Shout out COVID, making that happen.
Dude, I will say.
It's a good silver lining right there.
There's a silver lining.
Here, just pour that in to there. And I'm grabbing I'm pretty much grabbing those ice cubes. You just pour it in there.
All in your hand again.
I washed it once today.
Yeah, I'm getting freaked out. Meanwhile, you're like
once or twice.
You're the one that's taking all the risk.
That's good.
Here. That's great.
Okay. Running out of cubes, so
suck
on that.
Wait, so is this the DP tour? The Saudi tour? Is it called the DP tour?
DP?
Yeah.
DP.
Is that what it's called? The DP tour?
Dirty Pervert Tour.
The Deep Tour.
Deep Penetration Tour.
Sorry, thank you. Yeah.
Were you wanting to say that? And you
well,
didn't?
that's the thing. When I see the DP tour, I just think the Deep
Penetration Tour. That's what they're calling
tour.
it, the DP?
I don't know. I think that might be the Saudi tour. I think it because it's going on right now, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure
I'm bad at my job.
Now.
I'm bad at my podcasting job.
Well, that's okay. You're doing fine.
But
Jeff.
Sergio came out today and got on a hot mic.
Yes. Oh, do we not even get to this?
No. We fucking rambled. Got on a hot mic because he was trying to find his ball, and his ball was clearly lost in a bunch of shrubs. And the officials came up to him because you get past 3 minutes, you got to take a drop. You can't just continue to look for this ball that's clearly lost. And he said something along the lines of, "Oh, well, I'm out of here in 2 weeks," or "I can't wait to not deal with you guys anymore.
Y'all punk ass bitches."
And it's
done with y'all.
I mean, is the PGA Tour really going to miss Sergio Garcia?
No. I'm glad. God, gone. You think John Rahm is going to go? No.
Mm-mm. The top guys aren't going to go anywhere. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I think Rory even came out and said that. He said that they're being fucking selfish.
I agree. Because and I respect that.
Yeah.
Because anybody could just be like, wait, well, I could do this for 7 figures, right? Is that right?
They're all making 7 figures.
They're all making so
maybe the lowest
9 figures.
Yeah. I don't know. They're not going to make as much money though. There's no shot. I think
at the DP tour.
No, because I think
the PGA tour.
I think the promise is there, but it's like any other company that starts up. It's like, hey, we're gonna make this much money, and then your competition. It's like when these people try and start leagues that are competing against the NFL.
Yeah,
and then they fizzle out, XFL.
Isn't there one right now?
USFL? Yeah, USFL came back.
I haven't seen shit about it.
But that happened in the 80s, too, where they tried to compete with the NFL, and the NFL was like, dude, we're going to bury you because people watch us. So same thing with this Saudi thing. It's like people are going to continue to watch the PGA Tour because that's what we know. And guess what? The best golfers in the world are playing on the PGA Tour, not in this old-ass retirement league, whatever it's called, DP Tour.
Right. And so it's like,
Fuck Saudi Arabia. I said it.
Yeah, fuck Saudi Arabia. What are we going to get? Beheaded? We would if we were
Maybe.
there, but we're not. We're here in America.
Yeah, they deal with their own issues over there, Middle East.
By the way, I think we have to give out just some champagne Tonys. I just realized that.
Yeah, we're like 2 episodes behind
2
on that.
episodes back on the champagne
Should we give it
Tonys.
to like someone that isn't golfing? Like some sort of
Okay.
figure in the world? Like what's recent in the news that we can
Johnny
give it to?
Depp?
Johnny Depp. Oh my God. I haven't paid attention to any of that. And I'm tired of being on the internet and seeing about it because I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I know very little. I've seen the poop. I've seen the poop.
What happened with poop?
Everybody's. Oh, you didn't see the poop?
I didn't. Did it like up?
Yeah,
Like a
apparently
piece of poop?
she got mad and decided to just defecate on their bed.
Okay. That'll get a response.
Yeah, it got a response. We're talking about it on the
Johnny.
Chicken Stick Show, of course. It got a response from the Chicken Stick Show. That's how you know it's big news, baby.
Big news. What is this trial over though? Like, what is it about?
I think. So I thought defamation lawsuit. Apparently
For her pooping?
No, I think it's she's suing.
I thought you
him-
said defecating lawsuit.
Defecating. That's good.
You like
That's
that.
good. I like that a lot. But defamation. So I think like she is, or he slandered her.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what it means.
What does defamation mean? Like in public, he slandered her.
Defaming.
I know that, but like he did it in public.
I don't know.
Like, cause like you can't like yell at her indoors.
I thought it was
privately,
abuse.
and then she goes, "I'm gonna go sue you for saying that."
I don't know. Yeah, right. Like liable. Is he liable? No, I don't know. But I think
It's
like
another legal term, liable.
liable. But I apparently she claimed abuse.
Okay.
And that's where we're at. Is like that's what I thought was going on. She claims physical abuse, and that's somehow a defamation trial.
Got
that
it.
We're at right now. So
Understood.
those are
now.
the facts, people.
Yeah, they probably did it on purpose for some sort of PR reason.
Oh, I'm sure that they. Oh my God! Do you know how much money they're making off of? Amber Heard has secured like 5 endorsements.
What is she in, by the way? Is she in anything?
Yeah, I can tell you something. Never Back Down.
Of course, I remember that movie.
She's in that. She's
we
the
used to
girl.
watch that in Racky's basement.
Yo, dude, right?
We were
Yeah,
like, this is the greatest
best
movie of all time.
I still like it. I watched it like not too long ago.
It's pretty good.
You would still like it. I don't care how corny it is. She was in that. She was in Pineapple Express.
Okay, now I know who she is.
Yeah, and she's very pretty. I just apparently she's crazy. But
Yeah.
what if like she
She's with Johnny Depp. She's probably got to be crazy. He's fucking nuts.
Well, apparently
Love the guy, but he's nuts.
He doesn't. What we're seeing is that he's
So you're following
he keeps
this
his
trial.
cool. No, I know about the pooping situation.
Pooping. Okay.
And that nobody likes Amber Heard,
Defecation.
which I was bummed about that nobody likes her now, because I liked her in those movies.
I don't know what to say about that.
I liked her in those 2 movies. That's the only
Mhm.
movies I know, or I liked her in those movies. So I'm kind of bummed out that
Right.
she's getting she's crazy apparently.
Okay. Well,
But then again, I live in the East Coast. This is all happening on the West Coast, so there's no real
East
way.
Coast where people matter more. Got it.
Yeah, and there's no way I could ever know what's going on, even in the trial.
So I don't.
know
That's
what's
my
going
thing.
on.
Is I see it. I know it's out there. I know people are talking about it. I just don't want to read about it. I don't care.
Here, I got something for you. Could you imagine if Dave Chappelle walked out on stage with a 9-iron, and then when he was getting attacked, he just unleashed
Yeah, and I mean, he'd have to.
on his face like he's teeing off with the 9-iron for some
He'd
reason.
have to get a swing off on the guy when the guy was 4 feet in
right.
front of him.
Whoosh. It was a driver and it made that
Yeah.
sound.
Wait, is he hitting a ball into the guy?
No, he's hitting the guy's face. Or, dude, honestly, hitting the ball in the face as he's coming at him, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be hard to
That'd be hard
do
to
that.
That'd
but
be hard.
I think if you just hit him with the 9-iron in the head,
So okay,
I
so
might have done it.
I think this is kind of interesting that both these with this situation and the Will Smith situation, we've had podcasts the night following.
Yeah, where comedians are getting attacked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting.
interesting.
I mean, the whole Will Smith thing is celebrity on celebrity, but now you have fans running up there and doing it for some sort of reason.
Yep. Next thing you know, somebody's going to be barreling through your back door.
Everybody's just going to be attacking.
Punching you and me in the face.
That's how the revolution starts.
Yeah, and then we get our asses kicked. We don't even defend ourselves like Dave Chappelle. We get our asses kicked and silenced from that point on. We just get silenced. They take over our phones. And
what's a funny scenario I always thought of is like if you ever got in a situation where someone said something to like your wife or to like your family member.
Okay. I'm thinking my cat.
Your cat, whatever. And you were pissed off about it.
Somebody says something spicy, I'm going to get in your face.
That's what I mean. But you got in his face and then he kicked your ass.
Oh.
Because like in the movies and whatnot, it's always like you get the vengeance. Like, you can't talk to my wife like that. Right. And then they beat him up. But then like, what if it's like, you can't talk to my wife like that? And then like the guy like just annihilates me.
Oh, yeah.
Just unconscious.
And then she like leaves with you for him.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear in life. Just not being able to fight the person that is offending my wife.
Yeah, it's a big fear of mine too. Like just being incompetent.
That's probably going to be the worst tasting one. I just poured you.
Well, let me just pour a little.
Yeah, put a little splash of your Jose Cuervo Margarita mix.
I'm bummed.
Where the hell are our chimichangas?
True.
We did this so that we could pause, but I feel like we're going to end up doing the whole show and then go eat chimichangas.
Hey, as long as I got chimichangas up in here.
Yeah, you're right. We win no matter what. With chimichangas.
Oh, I can't wait. Anyway, are those the cliffs of Dover?
This is Hawaii.
Oh, okay. That doesn't look like the cliffs of Dover. Speaking of Hawaii, we're watching The Pacific. Have you ever seen that show?
Again?
Have you ever seen that show?
The Pacific?
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it a bunch of times, but I started watching it again.
With Nikki?
With Nikki and her roommate, Stalky.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good nickname because that doesn't imply, nobody knows who Stalky is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Stalky, dude!
Yeah, dude.
Dude, Stalky's crazy, dude. Anyway.
Stalky from Sharon Hill.
I am a little disappointed. All right, so let's get back on the golf here.
Okay. More golf.
Oh, you know what? I actually
PGA Championship's coming up. We will have more golf content. I don't think people care about what we talk about.
But this is a golf podcast. They have to care.
Nah, they don't. But they do.
So, let me tell you something about my golf.
Your golf.
My golf.
Okay.
This is a new revelation that I've discovered that I've yet to test. But I think it's going to work.
Okay. Jason Day is winning the current event right now.
What's today? Thursday? He's not going to. But one thing I've realized about my own golf swing is the grip.
Uh-huh.
I'm very heavy. So, okay, so
You're supposed to see the label.
Right, hold on. So for people listening right now, I'm going to be pretending that I'm going to try to explain this to you as best I can. So when you're holding the golf club, let's say you got your hands, you got your right hand low and your left hand high. Mm-hmm. So on my right hand, the one that's low, that's closer to the club head, my pointer finger, my thumb, I would grip that spot really hard.
Okay.
And so when I'm coming down, it's like this very type of motion, like this wrist down thing, and that is what's making me come down like this, this out to in motion and chunk.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Ben Hogan 5 lessons or 5 fundamentals is when you're gripping that club with your right hand, it's more with like your middle finger and your ring finger that's kind of holding it while your pointer finger and thumb.
Grab that putter and show me. I think I understand what you're explaining, but at the same time, I don't.
So let's say this putter is a 9-iron.
Okay.
Because I love 9-irons. So,
I do too. I like 8-irons.
I do like 8-irons too, but I wish I could hit an 8-iron. For some reason, I just can't hit those. I don't practice enough, I think, with this fucking club. I don't practice enough in general.
If you can hit a 7-iron, you can hit your 8 and 9.
I could hardly hit a 7.
Well, there you go.
I can hardly hit the golf ball.
Me neither.
Even though I could swing,
I'm happy I get shot a 90 recently. Like that's big
God.
for
Like
me.
that's godlike.
No, it's not. It's
Anyway.
not.
Anyway, when you say you're holding so like these fingers right here,
Yeah.
it'd be like that. So now what I do is I hold it more like this.
Okay.
Not like this.
Okay.
So it's
Good visual for those at home.
yeah. So for the visuals at home, let's say you're holding a golf club in your right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Those two fingers,
Right. What's that?
your middle finger,
Your shocker fingers.
your shocker fingers. Oh no, I think your shocker is your other two. These two fingers.
Okay. Well, keep going.
Your non-shocker fingers.
Non-shocker.
So like that is so that way it's more. So I don't like I'm not chopping at it like with an axe.
Uh-huh.
I'm more of like finessing,
Okay.
like a demigod.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the best rounds that I do play are when I don't overthink and I just go out there and I hit a nice, smooth swing. That's
That is
it.
such a thing, dude.
It is such a thing. It's just go up,
If
take some practice swings, and then step up and hit a nice, smooth swing.
that's okay. So for people,
No matter what club.
so for people listening who don't play golf, which I don't know why you'll be listening to this podcast, other than
I think majority of our
Ancient-
audience doesn't play golf.
yeah,
by
we
the
do
way.
get into some ancient civilizations and shit like that too, randomly.
Yeah,
But
that's how we keep them.
the reason we love golf, and I get it, it's such a white boy nerdy ass sport game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these golfers over here, a bunch of whack ass people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's like like I can't think of like imagine something that you want to be great at. You want to be you just want to get better at it.
Mm-hmm. But we never will. We might
So
a
that-
little
yeah.
bit. Like that's the thing. We'll never
We'll
be
get
what
better.
we want to be, though.
But you can never perfect. You can't be perfect.
It's almost like making money. You'll never make as much money as you want. You'll just never
Right.
will. With golf, you'll never be as good at golf as you want to be.
you can never be perfect.
No.
So
But it's so damn fun.
and that's what makes it a mental. It's more of a mental game than it is a physical game
Mm-hmm.
of like hitting a goddamn ball
Mm-hmm.
in a hole. Like, oh, that sounds.
It's challenging. It takes you X amount of shots to get there. I need to limit the amount of shots it takes to get into that little tiny cup.
Yeah. How can I limit?
Mm-hmm.
How can I play this game less?
Mm-hmm.
Because I love it so much, I want to be able to play it less when I go out and play.
Mm-hmm.
It's bizarre, and then, but I think
that's why we get so frustrated at it, because it's like, why aren't I doing better? It's like, oh, I don't put in the time, and my brain is the size of a peanut.
exactly, and like, okay, so people love basketball, but basketball's a team
Mm-hmm.
sport. Golf is like only you can
Independent.
dictate the outcome. And most of it depends on how you are in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, if I just walk up to the ball and I'm like, oh, if I hit this ball, it's going to go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's usually what happens. I'm just going to hit it nowhere. I'm going to hit the top of it and, whatever. But if you are able to cultivate this way of shifting your mind to be like, I know how to hit this ball right, correct.
You just putting the mind at ease.
It puts your mind at ease. And then you're able to get your body to do what your mind wants you to do. Otherwise, you're completely you're not coordinated.
Mm-hmm.
So you ever see somebody swing the golf club and they look like they don't know how to swing a golf club? Because they're just trying to hit the ball with the stick in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you give a little some teaching, you
Yeah.
get better or whatever. But like that, but it gets to a point where it's like you have to or believe you can. You have to believe you can do what you need to do, and that is very exciting.
I've felt this so many times, and so have you in my life, where you're that guy in that foursome that is the sucky one, like notoriously sucky, like can't get off the tee, sucky.
Holding everybody up.
Holding everyone up. Everyone hits not a perfect drive, but they at least get it down
Playable.
near, like not near the hole, but like towards the hole. I've done it before where I would get on the tee box and I hit it 10 feet to the left into the woods.
Yeah.
stepped up, hit it again 10 feet into the woods. And then by the third time, which I shouldn't have even been taking a third shot.
Right.
There was a guy I was with that was just like, okay, why don't you just drop with us? And I just, at that moment, literally wanted to ask one of them to run me over with the golf cart. That's the most painful feeling ever. And there was a moment
your own ball.
where I was in a deep bunker one time. And I'm in this bunker.
Plugged?
Whatever. It was 5-6 years ago when I was really bad. And I'm so pissed off. I'm so fed up. And the bunker's so deep that they can't see me down there. So I just said, fuck it. And I picked the ball up and I threw it up in the air onto the green. And all I heard was, nice shot, Jeff.
They totally saw your hand.
That's a true story.
They saw your hand over the hill, just tossing it over like a grenade.
Yeah, it just gets to that moment in life with golf.
Yeah.
It is soothing. It's relaxing.
Sometimes it
can be fun. You can drink.
You could drink. You could do
you could do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Out there on the links.
You can't play naked. I wish that was a thing in the PGA. If you could play naked.
If we start a club, we're closed on Mondays because we play naked.
Yes.
Just us.
No cell phones, no cameras.
Nothing. Just clubs, a cart, and our bodies. And a glove.
And we need the glove. And we need a little
just
strap.
A glove.
We need a strap around our waists.
To put the tees in.
To put the tees, the glove, to hang the glove on there, extra balls.
We'll just wear jock straps.
Right. And we'll just use, but it's not going to be covering our jock.
But in the jock part of it.
Right.
That's where the balls go.
We hold all our tools and our supplies for golf.
Yeah, that's where balls will go. Technically, that's where they always go. But
that'd be fun. We'll do that one day.
Naked golf
or chicken stick show. We'll do that one day.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there one day because at that point, there's not going to be really a society anymore. It's kind of be. Like we said,
everyone's
it's
just fuck it to everything.
It's going to be the apocalypse, and then we'll get it going.
Yeah,
the internet's still going to be around somehow.
We're just very well aware of our situation at that point. We're going to be super delayed with this fucking Mexican food, by the way.
You're kidding me.
I don't even know where our driver is. I think she just passed by where I live.
Oh,
I don't even know if she has the food on her. It says your dasher is waiting.
Is she past your house?
She could be waiting anywhere. The map says she just passed my house. That's not where the Mexican place is. Where we got the food.
Is it the green spot?
Oh, she just moved. I think she might have. I don't know.
All right. Well, we got another 8 minutes to wrap this up.
We'll wrap it up. But I was looking forward to the stop halfway, eat food, and come back.
Well, we could come back and check in if you want.
We can.
It's up.
I just don't want to overdo it with the length of time.
Facts.
I don't want you all to drop off because we talk about the most nonsensical shit of all time.
Like none of this of what we said
I feel like that's why we try and avoid the golf topic because we know people do not care about that last 10 minutes we just talked about golf.
With the grip. Nobody cares about the grip.
No. What do they care about?
Well,
drugs,
sex,
rock and roll.
Catching waves
in Hawaii,
base jumping.
Did
you ever see that movie Point Break with?
Come on,
okay,
of course.
Good.
Patrick Swayze,
good.
Keanu.
Nikki only saw the remake version.
I didn't even know there was a remake.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't even know there was one.
That's how bad she knows Point Break.
Keanu, best ending of a movie too. When they're jumping out of that plane.
When they jump out of the plane, yeah. And they're like, no, you pull it.
Oh, here we go.
I bet you she is
They canceled our order.
No.
They canceled it. Hi, Jeffrey Smythe. Your order from Frida's Mexican food has been canceled.
For what?
If you would like to order from a different store, please place another order at DoorDash.com. Yeah, let me log back on to DoorDash and place another order. This is a non-DoorDash podcast now.
Yeah.
No DoorDash.
Anti-DoorDash.
What are the other? Uber Eats.
Grubhub.
Seamless.
Slice.
Done with DoorDash. Are you kidding me? What is this nonsense? What is this nonsense? I'm going to text him back and say, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Bitch him out. Let him know.
We can go to the Trap Tavern.
We can go to the Trap Tavern. Get something to eat.
At this rate, yeah, might as well just walk in and order some food.
We'll let him know about shout out Trap Tavern. This episode brought to you by Trap Tavern.
Trap Tavern. I think one of the things we should think about are going to like public place. I can't believe that just got canceled.
No.
I really wanted a chimichanga.
I know.
It's the worst Cinco de Mayo of my life. Just kidding. There's more tequila.
As long as there's tequila. I hear movement upstairs.
Is there movement?
Yeah, it's movement upstairs.
That's my neighbor I gave the key to.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Borrow your socks.
He takes out the trash.
Oh, good. I wish I had a guy. I wish I had a neighbor that takes out our trash.
Yeah, that's him.
Damn, I moved my car.
Son of a biscuit, man. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, did they say why?
I said, are you kidding me?
She's like, yeah, I'm just kidding you. My bad. I'll be right there. I'm out front, actually. That's mean walking around upstairs. I got your food. I put it out for you.
She's like, I'm fucking with you so much that I'm in your kitchen. I'm reheating it. It was so cold.
It was so cold. I was just driving around your house.
That's why she went past the house. She was going home. Why did they cancel it?
Did she take our food?
She might have. Oh my God. This is real time.
So she just never reported it was picked up?
Do not use DoorDash. It's probably not DoorDash's fault, but we're going to blame someone.
It's that person's fault. We're not going to dox her either with her name and her number, even though we can.
All right. This is a good time to wrap.
Let's wrap it up then. Any like fucking updates?
Favorite person from Spanish heritage? Go. Cinco de Mayo. Go ahead.
From
Doesn't have to do with Cinco de Mayo.
The twins from Breaking Bad.
Such a good answer. Amazing. You knew it right away.
Yeah.
You were confident in that answer.
Yeah. That's what I think of when I think of Cinco de Mayo, is those two guys.
It's good. I can't. That's good.
That or Machete. Dude?
El Chapo?
No, Machete. His name is... He was in that movie, Machete or Machete.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what his name is.
I understand.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking
He
about.
was in Breaking Bad. He got his head cut off.
Benicio del Toro.
No, he's older. He's the older dude.
Are you sure? Was I wrong there?
Benicio del Toro.
Oh, I'm thinking... Yeah, I know who... Okay. You're thinking of...
He was a Machete.
I know his face.
Tortoise.
I'm seeing his face.
He's got the hair.
I see his face.
Yeah. That guy.
Danny something?
Maybe. DeVito?
No.
Oh,
Love Danny DeVito, though.
I was getting into some deep cut Always Sunny shit.
With?
Just like on the internet.
Okay.
And there's like, you ever hear of iceberg videos or whatever?
Iceberg videos. I have not.
So it's like, okay, so like when you see an iceberg, like you see a little tip of it poking out of the water, but and then underneath of it.
Yeah, I know the analogy.
The analogy, okay. So there was they do these videos for like things or whatever, and there was one for Always Sunny, and there's like the deep things that like, some of them are pretty good. Some are quite obvious. Like Dennis is actually a serial killer. Mm-hmm. He killed Brian Lefebvre.
Mm-hmm.
He kills somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who. I don't think. I think the one with Frank being Charlie's dad's debunked now because of the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a good one. It was like one I was convinced by, but Dennis, the real guy in real life, debunked it. Was Nikki Potluck?
Okay.
Or Potnick?
Nikki Potnick, yeah.
Is actually the waitress's name.
Okay.
Because she shows up to the reunion, she's like, somebody took my name tag, and it was Frank. But it wasn't her, apparently.
Mac is Ronald McDonald.
I don't know. That was not a deep cut.
No, I'm just saying that's what happened in
that
episode.
That's what that said. Yeah. Another one was like Charlie's actually the smartest, or he was the smartest.
Yeah.
Until they beat his ass in like season 2 for the $1 million or $100 baby one where they try to get him to the Fight Club, and after that episode he declines significantly.
I heard one time, and I think it was because It's Always Sunny filmed at the same location that The Office was filmed at.
Okay.
Like the actual office building.
Okay.
And there were rumors going around, and one of them was that Dennis is the Scranton Strangler. If you remember the Scranton Strangler.
That'd be crazy. That you go across,
because that's literally the two funniest shows, in my opinion, ever.
At that time.
Just in general. I mean, I like Seinfeld, but
I would say in general.
Yeah.
Another good one was like, I think the deepest one was they're their own narrators to the show. So, like I think they put it in like a little situational thing where each character is giving their own testimony as to all of the crimes and things that they've done. Which is why like you have like a timestamp on each of the beginning of the episodes.
Yeah.
So it was like okay.
Let's to wrap it.
Okay.
Keep going though.
So I'm gonna do it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Memorize it. Keep going if you want to keep going, or we can end it.
No, I'm just gonna finish this up right here. But anyway, they're like their own. They're their own. Their characters are now giving a testimony to like the shit they done. That's why there's a timestamp and a day or whatever for each episode. It's like a memory that they're saying, and they're almost like admitting to the police because they have been arrested, and they're now like testifying because of all these people have come out and said like they, whatever. I don't know. Like that's like the deep theory.
That's like those fan theories too. Like
that's a fan
I feel
theory.
like Reddit does a good job at that stuff because like just people to talk about like just shit all the time.
Right.
So like you can like literally like dissect any show ever.
Right.
Like I just saw the end of Ozarks. Do you watch that?
I did see the new season because I'm waiting for Nikki to watch it. And
it's taking a while.
She won't watch it.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it whenever you do watch it.
Can't wait. I can't wait for that episode.
The theories that go into it are great. And then I also, in my own brain, think of alternate endings. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, Game of Thrones. Worst ending ever. Oh, my God. The whole world knows that. But, like, I even thought
the bed
to the extent of this. Like, do you remember that last episode pretty well? Well enough?
You can remind me of shit, yeah.
So it's already dragging. Like it's one of those things where like, when you're watching a show and there's only 15 minutes left?
Yeah.
So for that final episode, I realized, I was like, oh my God, there's like 10 minutes left and this sucks.
Like nothing is doing.
My favorite show of all time
is running out of time.
And this season made me feel awful.
Yeah.
So there's 10 minutes left, and then it ends, right? And I thought that when it ended, you remember when Jon Snow goes back to the wall?
Yeah. And
he goes into the woods with his buddy, the redhead, who I'm forgetting right now.
Tormund.
They're going into the woods. They're north of the wall. I thought of, like, what if he just looked to his left, and he saw, like, a human, what he thought was a human, but he was like
a walker,
like a white walker, and he's like, the look on his face is like this. And then the ending of the episode is Sansa, Ira, whoever's at Winterfell, and they see more White Walkers coming towards them, including Jon Snow as a White Walker, dead.
The dead guy is not
one of
walkers,
the
right?
Yeah, one of the dead guys. Yeah. Or no, fuck it. What if he's one of the White Walkers? Dude. He turns into the White Walker. They need someone in command.
That shit, those White Walkers
That's
were built up.
That's how bad that ending was. I had to think of new endings for them.
Yeah. Literally, I mean, it's like the White Walkers are built up so much.
We can definitely get super deep into this in another episode about.
We should watch Game of Thrones and just shred on it.
Yeah, I mean, fucking seasons 1 through 6, I ain't gonna shred on anything, man.
I won't shred on a thing.
They were perfect. They were perfect.
Some people gave shit on like 6 seasons.
I think it was. Oh, I'm sorry.
Some people did give shit on that one, but I liked it.
Well, how many seasons was it? 7?
It was like 8. it was to 8, but there
six was Battle of the Bastards.
yeah, that's a good season.
That's when it all went downhill.
Some people shit on it though. I think that's when they determined
the last 2 seasons it went downhill.
Yeah, I agree.
The book ended before that.
Right.
So they
did. That's true.
They did a good job season 6, and then it crashed and burned. Like your Game of Thrones.
They just didn't want to deal with it anymore. They're just like
But like they killed off like character after character, and then they get to the final season and like
all the heroes.
But it's like we knew Daenerys would die too. You know?
Yeah, she had to go, I guess.
But it felt weird when she died. It was like that didn't feel real. Like it didn't feel like shocking. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Even at the hand, yeah.
I get the background.
Right.
I don't know. It all felt rushed. It felt bad.
It was totally, rushed.
We can get really deep into this. I'll tell you what, seasons 1 through 6, best television ever.
You know what?
So good.
It's unfortunate because I remember me and Jake, we were talking about, we rip on it, and then like, we were just like, what if we just watched 1 through 6 again, or just whatever? Like,
yeah.
And we tried.
Yeah.
And it still, it's like, oh, none of this matters because this is what happens.
Yeah, because you're reminded of certain things like Bran having those stupid powers and Jon Snow not being actual Jon Snow. He's a Targaryen, but it doesn't actually even matter. No one really addresses it.
Right.
There's just so much.
Yeah. It's like you just know.
Just bad, man. It just sucks. That's a time of our lives that it's going to suck. But they're coming out with a new show in August.
So we'll check that out.
Yeah, we're definitely watching that.
This is going to become...
And we'll be a live review podcast at that point.
Are you going to watch the... oh, shit. I just dropped the ball marker. Are you going to watch that new Lord of the Rings show?
Is that Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
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 Who's it about, though? They fucked up with The Hobbit.
I don't think it's going to be, like, in that shit. I think it's going to be... Here's a little nice history for you.
They messed up with, like, extending it to The Hobbit.
You think so?
I didn't think that was good. I just thought the 3
Hobbit.
that they had was the best, and you can't.
Yeah.
I guess it's hard to top that. That's a thing. Like it's hard to like beat that, which is another reason why I think shows like Game of Thrones do really, really well, and then they're like, "How do we end this thing? Let's end it this way," and then they screw it up. Because it's hard. I feel like it's hard to end a show.
Well, they must have
Breaking Bad's the only show I thought ended very well.
Yeah, that did conclude very well. And down to the last moment, too.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's landing with those children.
He's like, hello.
Yeah, it's tough to find another like show like that. Like there is no other show that's like everybody's watching this show.
Yeah, there's nothing lately either, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, right now, there's nothing.
Ozark's good.
Ozark's good, I guess.
Stranger Things is good.
Yeah, but are they done, though?
They got one more, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching.
Okay, so those are...
I'm watching Better Call Saul at the moment. Last season of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it, like, funny? Is it more funny than it is serious?
It's a slow burn. It's serious. It gets very serious.
That's what I felt a very comedic vibe at one point. I was like,
The beginning is that, and it's really tough to get through.
Yeah.
But if you get through it, it's very good.
By the way, on that on the left, you see that crater on your left?
Yeah.
That's a volcano. That's where a volcano erupted.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Better Call Saul. I liked when the one guy thought he was allergic to electricity.
Yeah. His brother. That's his brother.
That's gotta be such a mind fuck.
Yeah, something was going on there.
To be like, all right, yeah. Did you wrap it up?
1 minute. We've only been doing this for 1 minute. 1 hour and 8 minutes. I hope this is good. It doesn't feel as good as the last one, but we're all our own critics, so.
Dude, we're gonna be. It's not like. I think. Like
I like that we like vent on air.
Yeah, it's great.
We do talk about our problems.
It helps us at least. So everyone knows we're all on the same page.
I think you're right about putting out a poll. Like put out a poll, be like, do we suck or not? No? Okay.
Maybe.
All right, keep going what you're saying. Sorry.
But I think, it's a weekly thing. It's only an hour out of your time for a whole week.
Yeah. An hour is long.
Maybe it is. But, we're here. We're going to keep doing this every week.
No doubt, man.
And, if you don't want to listen, fine.
We don't give up.
So,
Did that go on the mic?
I heard in my ears.
That was after my sip of tequila.
Yeah, we'll be back. So if you don't listen to this episode, then fine.
Fine. That's your choice,
it's
not ours.
It's just going to be us listening to it anyway. And
all we can tell you is to go play golf and
vite a la mierda.
Nice.
That was pretty good, right?
That was Spanish for go fuck off.